It's probably no surprise to anyone that Colorado Springs is not known as being a music city. We're not in Nashville and we're definitely not in Austin, but that doesn't mean that the city of Colorado Springs doesn't have some really great music venues that pull in some really awesome acts. If you're like me, I like to go to shows, I like live music, but at the same time, I like being notified when those big acts are coming. So I like to get notifications from Ticketmaster, Vivid Seats, all those third-party ticket sites. At the same time though, I find that when I get notifications of bands and artists that are coming, it's usually for those venues in Denver, which is not a bad thing. It's not a long commute, but it's still about an hour away from most of Colorado Springs. I'm gonna go over today, you guys, where you should be looking online and just kind of have a heads up for musical acts that are coming here. So if that's something that you guys want to learn all about, then definitely stay tuned as I go over some of our best music venues here in Colorado Springs. Welcome to my channel. This is Living in Colorado Springs and I am Alicia Armendariz. If at any point you have any questions over anything that I mentioned in this video, please feel free to call me, text me, leave something in the comments. I promise to get back to you guys. I am a licensed broker in the state of Colorado and I would love to help you with your real estate needs, but at the same time, I also want to shed some light on what there is to do here once you move to Colorado Springs. So with that being said, I wanted to go over something that's close to my heart, and that are some of the music venues here in town. The first music venue that I want to talk about is the Pikes Peak Center. Now, depending on your preference in music, you may always be at the Pikes Peak Center or you may never be at the Pikes Peak Center. But it is located in downtown Colorado Springs, just a little east of the interstate near the Olympic Museum and also Weidner Field. But it is going to be a venue of about 2,000 seats. Depending on what type of show that you are viewing, it may or may not have a concession stand. Usually though, on those shows that it does offer drinks and food, you're gonna find them on every level. It has a ton of parking outside. There's street parking, there's the empty lot parking for the Olympic Museum. It does have a parking garage that's 3 levels, so you definitely always have a variety of parking options. It does kind of have a orchestra type of seating arrangement with seats kind of going down towards the stage and then also seats along the sides. They're gonna offer everything from REO Speedwagon to Gladys Knight to Jerry Seinfeld to the Beach Boys, to Dave Chappelle, to the Nutcracker Ballet. It is home also to the Colorado Springs Philharmonic. They just have a wide range of acts that they do pull in. The best place to get notified for when the Pikes Peak Center has artists coming or upcoming shows is just to jump on their website, get email notifications or notifications sent to your phone whenever they have new acts coming, or just check out their calendar online that they have also. Next up is going to be Weidner Field. Now, Weidner Field is actually just across the street from the Pikes Peak Center. Weidner Field was initially built for our semi-pro soccer team, the Switchback, but in the summertime, it's just a great venue for summer concerts also because of its open arena. The stadium is about 8,000 seats, actual seats, but during concerts, they open up the floor to have fold-out seats or just standing area, so then it gives it a capacity of about 15,000. Some of the acts there are either going to be somewhat big or kind of up and coming. I've seen everybody from Jason Aldean to Incubus to Cody Johnson to Five Finger Death Punch. I will say though, your best bet is to jump on their website also and sign up and get notified for upcoming events. The next music venue that I'm going to talk about is just a little east of downtown. It's east of that Pikes Peak Center and Weidner Field, and that is going to be the Black Sheep. Now, the Black Sheep is just kind of funny to me because it's such a small venue. It holds about 450 people. It has a very intimate setting. It's all standing room. It does have a bar in the back that serves alcohol and water and juices, and it's always packed. Always packed. Any weekend I go driving by, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, I go driving by down Platte Avenue, the Black Sheep has just a line out the door, waiting to see somebody, some band that, you know what, surprisingly, I've never heard of, and I know a lot of music groups, but it's always just a group I've never heard of. I'm gonna say overall the venue brings in a lot of indie groups, indie rock, rock, metal rock. To me, it kind of has an underground feel for up-and-coming artists. I could be totally wrong though. I've only been to the venue one time to see one rock artist from the 90s that I used to listen to back then. But it is popular. It is popular among a lot of people, a lot of out-of-state people. I've even had some of you that watch this channel ask me about the Black Sheep and if I've ever been. If you want to get notified for those bands that attend the Black Sheep, definitely jump on their website. They're going to have an area that you can, click for notifications for emails, mobile notifications, what have you. But the Black Sheep is big, and if you like that genre of music, you probably already know about it. The next venue on this list is not so much a music venue, but just kind of a venue that you may go check out for a variety of reasons. And that's going to be the Broadmoor World Arena. Now, a lot of people know the Broadmoor World Arena because that is where we have our Olympic hockey teams train. That is also where our Colorado College hockey team plays. So if you ever want to go check out a CC hockey game, those are good games. CC hockey is great hockey, especially when they play DU. That's a big rival here in town. You're going to go to the World Arena. Most of those acts are going to be kind of big, kind of not. It just really depends. They just pull in a whole different variety of bands. And I've seen everybody there from Trans-Siberian Orchestra to Snoop Dogg to Alan Jackson, Carrie Underwood. I've just seen a lot of different acts at the World Arena. I've also gone to the World Arena to see the Globetrotters and lowrider car shows. Monster trucks are always held there. It is a smaller venue, so I'm surprised that they hold the monster trucks there every year, but they do. The Broadmoor World Arena is an enclosed facility. It has multiple entrances, a large parking lot. It is actually to the west of I-25, kind of on the south end of town. And one of the perks about this venue is that they offer the Penrose Room. Now, Mr. Penrose is kind of big here in Colorado Springs in general. There's a whole history to him. But the Penrose Room offered at the Broadmoor World Arena is just kind of a VIP lounge. If you get tickets for the Penrose Room, that usually comes with a dinner before the show, and then also it just is kind of a lounge atmosphere. You have your own private bar, you have your own private restrooms. There is seating and table for you to stay in there if you wanted and watch the show, or you're able to come out of the lounge and then sit in kind of traditional stadium seating to watch the show. Again, since the Broadmoor World Arena just pulls in a variety of different acts, comedians, musicians, motocross, things of that sort, it is best to just jump on their website and get signed up and notified for when they have upcoming events. Now, there are a few smaller venues in town that are not just music concert venues or music performance venues. We have Whiskey Baron, which is actually a country dance hall, country bar, what will you, but they bring in acts once in a great while. I mean, that might be for New Year's or Halloween, but I wouldn't consider them an actual music venue where they just bring in guests all the time. You still should check them out though if you're really big into country music, because like I said, during those big holidays, they do pull in some bigger name artists. The Boot Barn here in town, also very similar to the Whiskey Baron. It is just a big dance hall, usually caters to country music artists, but not always. I wouldn't say it's a music venue that you would check out often. They don't always have musical acts, but occasionally on big holidays and whatnot. So that'd be another venue that I would check out their website and see what they have coming up. And last but not least, the biggest music venue news coming to Colorado Springs is the new planned Sunset Amphitheater. Now, this is supposed to be very similar to the famous Red Rocks in Morrison out west in Denver, and then also a little bit of Fiddler's, which is a big outdoor venue in Denver. It's supposed to be a mixture. It's supposed to be a luxury outdoor amphitheater that kind of sits on the north end of town that overlooks the whole mountain range and also the Air Force Academy, and it's just supposed to be amazing. It's anticipated to have 60 VIP fire pit outdoor lounges, 4 to 5 star restaurants that are chop house and seafood. It's just supposed to be a very luxurious amphitheater, from what I've been told. The Sunset Amphitheater was expected to be completed this summer of 2024. I'm not sure if it's still on plan to be finished then. There were a lot of residents that were recently complaining that the proximity of the facility was going to be too close to their townhouses, and they were worried about the noise issue. I will say though, if it does go through and is completed, which I bet it will be, it's going to pull in some big acts, those big name acts. Like I said, it's supposed to kind of rival Fiddler's up in Denver and then also Red Rocks. And Red Rocks every year is voted by artists the best venue in the country. So if Sunset Amphitheater is anything like Red Rocks and Fiddlers combined, it's going to be amazing, and it's going to pull in some big headliners. Well, there you go, you guys. There's just a snippet of some of our biggest music venues here in Colorado Springs that you're probably not going to get notifications about if you are set up for a Ticketmaster or some of those other third-party sites. Like I said, they're going to send you to Denver, which is fine. I still go to Denver a lot for events and acts and, you know, performances. But here in Colorado Springs, it's best if you jump on the website of those that I've mentioned so that you are up to date with all the shows and performances that they have coming. If you guys have any questions, again, like I said, feel free to reach out to me. I am a licensed broker here in the state of Colorado, and I'd love to help you with the real estate needs. And if you could also, please hit that subscribe button and bell to get notified when I make new videos each week on everything that is living in Colorado Springs.